It's Fresh Cash Friday, boys. Let's go. Good morning. The market this morning, kind of a interesting morning. Had some numbers come out this morning with the job reports, and now the market's selling off from the 12,100 level on the NQ down to 11,960 and bouncing right now. So we're getting started. We're getting the morning going here. We got a little bit of time till the market actually opens here, but we're just kind of cruising along right now. We got about 5 minutes till the market opens, and we'll see what happens today. Fresh Cash Friday, boys. If you haven't been here for Fresh Cash Friday before, well, you're in for a treat because, well, it's Fresh Cash Friday. What more do you want? It's time to make some money. So let's get into it here. Let's break it down. What's going on? We got a couple things to look at here. The chart today, right now, we're obviously gapping down. This is the Qs. Yesterday, a big old rally up on the QQQ. Had just an insane move yesterday, basically, from that 288 level on the NASDAQ, on the Qs, up to 294 close. So, key area to focus on today for the high of day yesterday was that 295, about like 296 level. And then support-wise, I would say we got some support down here, 291, 292 level. And that's kind of where we're at right now here on the 15-minute chart. So we'll see what happens. We get a little bit of time. You can see right now the kind of 292 on the Qs. And, yeah, just getting it going, boys. Getting it going this morning. All right. There we go. So I'd say it's a bit of a coin. It's a bit of a coin toss right now. Do we go long? Do we go short at open? We'll see what happens to this kind of level that we're watching right now. I would say the tops of these candles, if we can somehow get above that. We got the VWAP on the NASDAQ up at the 12,060 levels. So that's kind of what I'm watching here right now. 12,000 support. Maybe we get a, kind of a pullback, 12,000 support there. And then we get that push up. So let's go. Let's go, boys. The SPY is kind of like at a key level too. That 387 was supporting yesterday. So 387 on the SPY support. And should be fun. Should be a fun day, boys. Fun. Fun. Got about 4 minutes here till the market opens. 4 minutes. We'll see what happens here. Oh, yeah, I'd say we definitely keep an eye on that 12,000 level here. If we get another bounce here at open, kind of like yesterday, had a bounce, kind of a little pop up and then a bounce, and then we rallied. We'll see what happens. 387 on the SPY needs to hold support-wise, I'd say. Let's see. We got what do we got? We got about 2 minutes here. 2 minutes till the market opens. 1:58. Does this 12,000 level hold? Uh-oh, it's holding. It's holding. Does that mean we go to the moon? Let's see. Bum, 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 bum. Need some better music here. Get some pump up music for the market to open here. pump up, pump it up. Oh, I'm gonna get an ad now? Come on, this is ruining my momentum right now, boys. Another ad? 41 seconds till the market opens. 38 seconds here. Let's go. Fresh Cash Friday, baby. It's history in the making. If you haven't already hit that like button, let's blow it up. We got 20 seconds till the market opens. Hit that like button now or forever hold your peace. Am I bullish or bearish? I don't think I'm not bullish or bearish right now. I try not to go into the market open with any type of bias here. So let's see what we get. The market is now open for business. Give it a little bit of time to kind of figure out which way it wants to go. Looking for a break of these levels here. Got that 12,000 area and then a pop above that 12,020 level is what we're watching for a long. Right now, trying to push up there above the 12,020s. I think she's going to go here. Getting long, looking for a push up here. Trying to hold there right now, looking for a push up 12,040s. And having trouble. I'm going to jump out right there. Not liking that whipsaw action. Would have liked to just squeeze right up there, but there's that pullback. Now the 12, so we'll give it a little bit of time here. No race. You can see right now on the cues, the gap down here could be kind of just that whipsaw action here at open. Let's see what happens here. 12,000 holding right now on the NASDAQ. Do we want to push up and fill this gap here? I'm saying we push up here. We're going to push up, boys. Let's go. 12,040 would like to push here on the NASDAQ. All right, looking for this push up above the 40s now. I'm currently long from the 08s. I'd like to see a push above the 40s here. Taking a little bit of profit right there just to lock it in. Looking for more. And having trouble there again. So we'll wait for the pop above the 1240s now. Market kind of stalling out there. I think she's going to push, though. So pushing up here, looking for the push above the 1240s. Up to the 1240 now. Push it up here, 41s. Put an order out there at 42, got filled. Looking for more of a push up. Let's see if we can get to the 50s here. Little squeeze up. And having trouble there again. Watching the 20s. I'm just not getting the squeeze, man. Come on. Choppy action here. Kind of watching this candle right now on the. This is the 15-minute chart. I need the 3-minute chart pulled up here. Having a lot of trouble getting through this level here, so I'm thinking we're getting stuck right there right now. Can we push? See if we get a push up to the VWAP on this thingy. on the NASDAQ right now. We get a push to the VWAP. It'd be bullish. Get above that 1240 again here. Market kind of just chopping right now. Trying to figure out which way it wants to go. If we get a push up here above the 40s again, we can get rocketing. I can see a push over the 293s here. Pushing up 293, looking for a push to the 293s on the Qs here. Market just trying to get that push up 293 right now. There she goes. Up to the VWAP on the NASDAQ here. A lot of just kind of indecision right now. Not sure. We just pushed up to the VWAP there on the NASDAQ. Let's see. Do we get stuck right there? Pull back below the 12,020 here. Market just battling right now. The Bears, the Bulls. Not really sure which way it wants to go here. Give it a little bit of time. You can see those first three candles pretty choppy here. A little indecision basically on both of those first 3-minute candles. The SPY trying to push up here. 293. I can see that level get broke. Get that gap in the chart here. Could fill that gap pretty nicely on the Qs. Up to the 295 level. Can we push over 293 here? The SPY is definitely looking a lot weaker than the NASDAQ right now. I'd say the SPY looking weak at this level. It's got to break through it. Q's looking a little bit better here. Pushing up there to the 293s now. And there we go, above 293. Beautiful. Market at the 293 level right here. Watching it on the 15-minute chart. You can see that big old gap in the chart there. Just ready to go. Let's see. We're pushing up to the VWAP on the NASDAQ right now. So on the futures. And now above 293. Beautiful. Squeezing up now above the NASDAQ VWAP there. 12,080 coming up. Like I see a pullback now. A little bit of a pullback here. Got the SPY up above 388. See what happens here. I like to see a little bit of a pullback here. We kind of pull back and retest that VWAP area. Would be nice. Or maybe we just go straight to the moon here. Market looking like it wants to pull back here now. We'll see. Market trying to pull back here. It's like I see a touchdown of the VWAP on this little pullback here. And not getting that pullback all the way, but let's see. The SPY squeezing up right now. Squeezing on the SPY. Will the NASDAQ follow? And also squeeze up here. Let's see. Above the 80s now. Looking tasty for a hole. Look at this squeeze, baby. Look at this squeeze. The SPY looking like it wants to fill that gap. The SPY trying to just go straight up right now. The NASDAQ following. Get to the push to the 12,100, I would say, on the NASDAQ here. 12,090 getting touched there. All right, so now I would say we definitely need to get a pullback here. Let's get a pullback to the VWAP again. Once we fill this gap. We fill this gap here, we get this pullback. All right, so we're just kind of looking for a pullback here. The VWAP is what I'd like to see. Get this pullback, 293 level, and then look for the next leg up. We kind of, the SPY getting really close to filling that gap there on the SPY now. Looks like we're gonna forming kind of a bull flag right now at this level here. I'd like to see a little bit deeper of a pullback. Let me get that touch of the VWAP, baby. Give me that VWAP touch. Yes, yes, yes. VWAP touch. I like the VWAP touch. So getting that little VWAP touch on the NASDAQ. See if we can go a little bit deeper here. On the Qs, get that full touch-a-rooney there. Got the SPY trying to get down to the VWAP as well. There we go. So getting that touch on the VWAP here. Let's see where this closes at. Give it a little bit of time for this candle to close. See if we're going to push back off that VWAP now. The SPY holding the VWAP. The NASDAQ bouncing VWAP right now. Let's see. Can we get a close right here? It'd be beautiful. Oh, VWAP getting nice little bounce there. 293s. Let's see if we get this close above the VWAP here. Looking good so far. Oh. Need to get a bounce back here. Need to get a bounce back. Losing the VWAP is not a good sign. Let's see if we can get a bounce back up here above the VWAP. Get back above 293 here on the Qs. Having trouble there at the VWAP right now. I'd like to see a pushback up here on this candle. The SPY having trouble as well. The SPY and the NASDAQ having trouble there, not wanting to get that push above the VWAP here. The SPY sell, sell, sell right now. Back to the 287 level. Uh-oh. This could be bad, bad, bad. If the NASDAQ can't hold that 12,000 level, this could sell, sell, sell pretty quickly, I think. It does sound like Mission Impossible. No, it's an ad. Ah! So the NASDAQ basically back to the open now, where we opened at here. Interesting. The SPY still looking weak here. I think we break below 12,000 right here. Let's see. Down to the 12s. 12's almost flat here. See, we're going to sell right through that 12,000 level. We're selling. Wow. It's dumping, boys. We're dumping. Market is dumping right now. Needed that VWAP bounce. We did not get the VWAP bounce. Down to basically that pre-market support level. 12,000 on the NASDAQ. Looking weak here. 291.50 needs to hold. A little bounce back off of that 291.50. A little bit of support there. Do we break right through it? $291.50. Flirting with it. The SPY looking weak here. 386 on the SPY now. All right, let's see if we get a little pushback up, get denied at the VWAP again. That would be a good short entry, I think. Still looking super weak here. No push up. Break below the 980s on the NASDAQ. We're going low, low, low here. Oh. Sell, 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 she said. I think we're going to go 960s on the NASDAQ here. That was the bounce pre-market on the NASDAQ. Little choppy action right here. I'm trying to save this level. They're trying to save it. 12,000 on the NASDAQ. Can they save it? Now we look for a pushback. I like to see a pushback to the VWAP get denied there for a short opportunity. Nice little bull flag forming here on the 3-minute chart. Nice little bull flag here. Sorry, bear flag, not a bull flag. Can we break below this 291.50s? Market pushing back up here a little bit. Like to see, like I said, that VWAP area get touched. Be a nice area to get short, I think. The SPY looking real weak here. Can she sell through that 386 level again on the SPY? Let's see. Market just kind of consolidating right here. Not sure which way it wants to go. Being patient. Could be the consolidation before the next move down. Getting tight right now. Should get a break up or down here in a second. Market holding this level right now, not wanting to sell through, so still thinking we're going to push up to the VWAP. Push back to the VWAP here. And then look to get denied there. That would be, like I said, a good short opportunity. All right, so pushing back up to the VWAP there, holding that level, 291.50. Drink every time it says VWAP. Oh, you'd be drunk. We love the VWAP, baby. Woo, give me some VWAP loving. All right, so trying to push up there again, that 292.50 area, VWAP. 15-minute chart still kind of holding that level pre-market, that 980 area that was bouncing earlier, the 12,000 level flat. Getting denied pretty quickly on that push up here. Maybe we don't go all the way to VWAP. Let's see where this 3-minute candle closes. If we close below 291.50, I think we start to make a next leg down here. $291.50 needs to break here for this to continue to go lower, lower. Looking for this move down. The SPY starting to sell 386 now. Can we drop it like a rock? There we go. Down. Looking for a break below the 980s on the NQ here for this next leg down. The SPY looking weak. The NASDAQ looking weak here. See if we can sell through that 980 level. Choppy right now, huh? They're holding that level right now. This is that kind of that, like I said, that pre-market where we bounced at earlier, that 980 on the NASDAQ. So just kind of watching right now. Oh, they bouncing it back there. Squeeze it back up here now. So again, kind of holding that 980 level here multiple times, holding that level. So let's see what happens now. I say there's a possibility maybe push up to the 12,050s here. There seems to be a delay. There's always a little bit of delay between futures and the Qs. You gotta remember the futures are trading at like a future value of the NASDAQ. So looking like maybe get that pushback up here to that VWAP 12,050 area on the NASDAQ would be hitting that VWAP. The Qs right there, 292.50 area VWAP. And the SPY 387. See if we get a push up here. Market not sure which way it wants to go here. We're already through 10 o'clock. First 30 minutes. Pushing up to the VWAP on the Qs now. You see here on the 15-minute chart, pushing up there. 15-minute chart still not looking too bad. Need a break below that kind of 291.50 level again here to be bearish. But right now, I'd say it's not too bad here. $15-minute chart really, yeah, I'd say looking like she wants to push up here above the VWAP. We'll see what happens here at the VWAP. Get a close on this candle. The SPY still not at the VWAP, so the SPY still got some more upside to go here. If it pushes up to the VWAP, 387s. So getting stuck there at the VWAP now. Let's see what happens here. 292.22 on the Qs. Nasdaq trying to push up here again. Get above that 292.50 level. I think we go 12,050s on the Nasdaq. See if we get it. I'm getting denied there at the VWAP, so let's see if we sell now. SPY looking weak here. Get back below the 12,000s on the Nasdaq. $386 on the SPY right now, trying to hold support wise. And here on the Nasdaq, trying to hold right now at 12,000 level. There's a battle right now. Battle between the bears, the bulls. Who's going to win? $1 million question. They're holding right now. They're holding this level. They don't want it to go down, it would seem. Start to get a pushback up here. SPY holding that 386 level, and the Nasdaq pushing up as well with the Qs 292.50. See if we can push through that level there, back to the 293s, back above the VWAP. Put us up to the 12,050 level on the NASDAQ. Market just can't decide which way it wants to go here. A lot of indecision on these candles. Pretty wicky. Pretty wicky right now. Can we push? I can see a push over the 12,040s here. There we go. Back up to that. Trying to push up that VWAP here on the NASDAQ right now. Up to that 293 level. Oh, getting the push now up to the 12,050. There it is. That was kind of that target area for that move. Getting back above the VWAP now on the NASDAQ. So the SPY pushing off that 386 level back to the VWAP now as well. So lots of VWAPing going on right now, boys. If you're drinking every time I say VWAP, you're drunk by now. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Pop it off. We got 44 likes, 107 people watching. I think we can do better than that. We can do better than that, boys. Right now, pushing up there, 12,060 on the NASDAQ. Like to see a little bit of a pullback here for our next entry. See what happens. We get a little pullback. Up there, 12,060 now. 12,064. Still pushing. Beautiful. So now I like to see a pullback here to the VWAP. That 292.50 area on the Qs. So the SPY now pushing above the VWAP here as well, up to the 287s on the SPY. For me right now, my next position, if I'm going to take a position, I'm looking for a pullback here. Let's get a pullback to the VWAP and then get a reversal, and that's what I'll look to get long. And then obviously from that level, if we get a pullback to the VWAP, we'd be looking for the next target of 294 and then trying to push up there 295 today. Right now the market's down 0.6% on the day. It's Fresh Cash Friday. Let's see if we can make some money, boys. 15-minute chart looking pretty good for a breakout here as well. I only see a little bit of a pullback. Just give me a little bit of a pullback. Just a little tiny pullback. That's all I want. Come on. Give me that pullback VWAP. VWAP pullback, baby. Looks like we're going 293.50 without a pullback all the way to the VWAP, so. Shit. Come on, I wanted to get that. Give me that VWAP pullback. It can do it. It can do it. I know it can. Just don't want to be chasing up here at the top. And then this thing end up pulling back anyway. So give it a little bit of time. I think we can pull back VWAP. Be patient, my friends. Be patient. Getting some indecision here on the market. Market trying to figure out if the bulls can keep pushing. This is a 3-minute time frame we're looking at right now on the Qs. 3-minute time frame. Looking for this pullback to the VWAP here. Come on, right there. Give me that little, you had that little red doji candle. Is that going to be the reversal? Bit of a battle right here. 293s. Getting tight, getting tight. Bull flag in here on the 3-minute chart. Half trend indicator. You'll be amazed. I'm gonna check that out later. All right, looking for, I think we can, come on. Give me that VWAP. Give me that VWAP touch, baby. There we go. Getting a little pullback here. A little, come on, give me a little bit more. 292.50. I like to see a pullback here. I'm watching the 3-minute on the Qs right now. This is the chart we're looking at. 3-minute chart. Looking good, looking good, looking good for this pullback here. Let's get that all the way down there to the VWAP. And then we just wait for another breakout for the trend to change here. Still got a little bit more room. Come on. So basically, I want to see like this thing pull back here down to the VWAP there and then break out of this. Maybe it does it before. The SPY and the Qs both holding now at the VWAP here. Can they push? So we're just waiting for a candle to basically break out of this downward trend that we're in right now and start to squeeze up. Look for a target of 294 level. The high on that last candle, that red candle, 293.26. The SPY's boosting right now. Let's see if the NASDAQ will follow this and try to push up 294 on the Qs. Looking for a push over the 12,080 here now on the NASDAQ, on the M&Qs. Up there to the 80s now. The SPY pushing up here as well. The Q's pushing up. I think 294 is very doable here. Running up to that previous area of resistance here from earlier. And we're pushing 85s now. 87s, 88s. Still squeezing. 90s now. Sorry. I forget to change the screen sometimes. Pushing up to the 90s there. I'm long. See if we can keep this push going. 88s. 89s. Put an order out there, getting filled at 89.50. Beautiful. Went long from the 67s. There it is, up to the 100s now, up to 294 now on the Qs. Let's go. We got really close to that VWAP there. Ended up having to jump in once we just broke out of this downward trend. I ended up jumping in right here. You can see as we closed above this downward trend, we pushed above the high of this candle. Once we pushed above the high of that candle, that was my entry to get long there. And that's what we got. There's that push up there, 294 now. Let's go, boys. So we're pushing up to resistance now. I would say this 12,100 area is going to be resistance. You can see here on the M&Q right now. Got a lot of kind of resistance in this level, so let's see what happens at the 12,100 now. Is the red doji considered a pullback? I mean, I would get, yeah, I'd say it's a trend change more than a pullback. So there's that push up there, 12,100 now. Pretty simple little trade there. Getting that close above the high of that last candle. Boom, jumping in up there at 294. Why was 294 our target? Kind of like right there, that key level. 294, that whole dollar number. Whole dollar, baby. All right, let's see what happens here now. Let's see if we get a push up and let's get some consolidation again. Kind of looking for that same setup as earlier. Looks like we might just want to fill the gap here. Wowzers. The SPY filled the gap. Booming, baby. The SPY up to the 389.50 level almost. Yesterday's high on the SPY was 389.82. So getting close to where we closed at. This is exactly where we closed at yesterday, but pushing up now to that level. All right, so the market just continuing to boost here. Definitely not going to FOMO into this. Looking for a pullback. And there you go. Look at that. Green, green, green. So basically trying to fill this gap here in the chart. We talked about this morning. That gap, that 295 level. The SPY already filled the gap. The Q is a little bit lagging here. The SPY going from red to green right now. Flirting with green on the day. The NASDAQ still down 22% on the day right now. So now let's see if we get that pullback. Nice little breakout move there, though. Alerted the move before the move happened. Well, alerted the setup. We talked about the setup before it happened there. Getting that breakout at that pullback, that small little pullback. Was looking for a little bit more in the VWAP, but once we got that break above that last candle, I was like, okay. I gotta get long here. Gotta get long. And we ended up getting long there, so congrats. We got a new subscriber, Ignacio Rodriguez. If you guys haven't hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. Blow it up. Also, the like button right now. We got 138 people watching. We got 62 likes. It's free to like. It's Fresh Cash Friday, so let's do it, baby. Right now, the market trying to push up here, the 12,122 level. Still looking for a pullback here. We'll give it some time. Give it a little bit of time here. Do I think it's possible the SPY hits 390 today? I think it's very possible. I think we might get a push 390 here pretty soon, actually. We're at 389 right now on the SPY. Got the gap fill. We get through this 389.82 level, we can push 390s pretty quickly. You can see the NASDAQ still pushing. Still pushing, baby. Now I'm looking for a pullback here. Should have just stayed long. Should have just stayed long there. On that squeeze. I was thinking we were going to kind of have trouble. I thought we were going to get a little bit of a pullback through this level here, but you can see, I mean, it just went right to the moon. Oh, wowzers. Went right to the moon. So now the fun part begins. This is like the part that most traders hate, right? Like we're sitting here, we're waiting, we're watching. It's boring. Like you want to be in a trade. Like I'm like, oh, I want to trade this right now. I want to jump in long. Oh, I want to go crazy, but we're not going to do it. We're going to wait for a setup. Waiting for setups, baby. We don't trade just because the market's going up. We wait for the setup. If you're just now tuning in, we had a beautiful setup here about 15 minutes ago. You can see basically identified. We had this pullback here. We had the VWAP right there. We pushed above this candle right there. The high on that candle was 293.26. Once we pushed above that high and we got that close above that trend, downward trend, I got long. Was thinking we'd have a little bit of trouble at that 294 level, but we went right to 295. Can't always be right, but still we were on the right side of the trade. That's all that matters. So, I mean, you might not always be able to pick the tops and the bottoms, but at least, you know, being on the right side of the trend is at least rewarding in that sense. You know, I want to make sure I'm on the right side of the trend, that I'm not shorting where I should be getting long or vice versa. All right, so let's see if we get a pullback here. Running into a little bit of trouble. I like to see maybe the 12,100 level get pullback. Would be, I think, a good area to kind of pull back, consolidate for a little bit on the NASDAQ. On the NASDAQ. The SPY also looking a little overextended. Everything looking a little overextended here. Let's see if we can come back down a little bit. Come back down a little bit, boys. The dots, they are the VWAP deviation. I think it's like a 0.1 or a +1 or +2 maybe deviation. Which sometimes those dots really do end up like giving you a pretty good idea for targets or support areas. Market's still boosting right now. Fuck. Come on, I need a better pullback. I need a better pullback here. I need a better pullback. Maybe, yeah. Trailing stops on the dots. On the dots. Indicator at TradingView that you're using now in Q3. That's the EMA. I'm using the 9 EMA, that yellow line. Normally I have that pulled out. I don't know why it wasn't on there. All right, so the SPY and the NASDAQ consolidating here. I would really hate to see this thing just squeeze right to the moon without me. Maybe if we can get above that 295 here on the NASDAQ. Or on the Qs, I mean. Maybe get a little squeeze up here. Get above 295 pretty quickly. Looking for 295 to break here. Looking for 295 breaking. Beautiful little move here. Trying to take some profit up there at the 40s. There we go. Just a quick little scalp. I thought that thing would want to push 295 pretty quickly there. Still pushing. Got the 42s now. Looking for a little bit more. Give it some time. I think we can go maybe 50s here. Let's see. 150s. 146s, 146s, 148s. Looking for a 50s here. Can we get the 50s? Oh, yeah. We're going to get the 50s. Getting filled there. 48.50. I'll take it a little early, but we're probably going to just keep squeezing there. And there we go. Keep squeezing. Oh, no. See, I really don't... When I enter those kind of scalps, like this little scalp here, you can see we had that bull flag here on the 1 minute chart. When I enter these types of scalps, like I try not to be too greedy with my targets. Tech Junkie, yeah, we only trade the NASDAQ or the SPY, the ES, the Qs. We're trading the overall market futures here. Not trading stocks, individual stocks. But, I mean, if you're, if the overall market's boosting and you're trading an individual stock, there's a pretty good chance that that stock is probably going to continue to go higher. Man, look at that setup from earlier. Just looking... Just textbook. It's funny is I made a couple videos on YouTube about this setup right here. I mean, this literally, it's so funny because everyone like loves to talk shit on the internet. Obviously everyone's a genius, but like, look at this setup right here. So this is the 1 minute chart. I just want to show you on the 1 minute chart. It's a little cleaner. This break. I mean, we basically just drew a trend line on this pullback. And then once we got the 3 minute confirmation, you can see here on the 3 minute chart, we got that close above that trend line. I mean, we went from 293 now to 295.50. So I think this strategy definitely has, viability. As much as people love to talk shit on the internet, it's a very simple strategy that I think, you don't need to overcomplicate things. Everything lined up perfectly. We were above the VWAP there, right? We're above the VWAP. The overall trend, we're trending higher and we're pushing up. And then 3, we're holding the VWAP, and then boom, we get that push above the high of this last candle. The high on that candle was 293.26. We push up 293.34. We get the close, and then look at that. I mean, boom, boom, boom. You literally could have put your stop at the bottom of each of these candles. Keep moving your stop up. Keep moving your stop up, and there you go. Not a bad trade. So I just think it's so funny how people on YouTube love to comment like, "Oh, this will never work. This will never work. It's never gonna work." Well, it looks like it's working. Sometimes the simplest strategies, I'm telling you, sometimes the simplest strategies when it comes to day trading are some of the most effective. People really like to overcomplicate trading, but I think at the end of the day, you really gotta just make it simple sometimes. I mean, everything was perfectly lined up there. We had the VWAP, we're above the VWAP, we're pushing up, we're in a trend, we're trending higher. We get that little pullback, boom, off to the races, baby. See, now here's my issue now. If getting long up at this level is look how far we are from the VWAP there. We're like $2 from the VWAP there on the Qs. Yeah, I mean, I don't love it. We'll see what we get more consolidation. I want to get a little closer to that VWAP before jumping in again. Remember, every leg higher, every time the market pushes up, you know, it's a little, I wouldn't say a little riskier, but it's definitely getting a little riskier every time, you know, for a pullback, for a bigger pullback. Like if you look here at the 1 minute chart right now on the NASDAQ, on the NQs, up there at 12,160 now. You're thinking, I'm thinking if we do get a pullback, what's our downside risk here? I would say our pullback area would be 12,080. And that would put us like a little closer to the VWAP there, like down to this level, 12,080 right there. I definitely wouldn't want to be getting, I don't want to get long when I have that much wiggle room. Too much wiggle room. Too much wiggle room. Don't overcomplicate it, my friends. I think honestly, some of the best trades you can take are the ones that you're just like, you just sit back and you just wait, and then you're like, oh look, there's a setup. There's a good setup, you know? But the problem is if you're sitting here the whole time and you're like, I gotta make a trade. Boom, boom, you're just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Like you're gonna get chopped up. You're gonna end up blowing a brain vessel. Some veins in your brain are gonna explode. Trying to constantly like trade every little move. So I mean, even here on the 1 minute chart, you could basically, I mean, you could do the same exact kind of setup here, I guess, from earlier. If you look here, this is again drawing that trend line, ding, 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 ding. I think that trend line break is a lot more consistent, a lot stronger, and a lot better action when we get it on the 3 minute chart. I'm not like a huge fan on the 1 minute chart getting that action because you get some choppy action sometimes on the 1 minute chart, but you got one thing going for it, that you have this previous area of resistance now turning into support. So could be one more push up here. Let's see. But I would rather see that move on the 3 minute chart better. Because you can see on the 3 minute chart a little bit better, but still, I mean, that's pretty much a bull flag. We're bull flagging. We're bull flagging. We push over 295.50. I think 296 is pretty quick happening. Yesterday's kind of high was that 295.55 level, kind of right where we're at right now. So I'm just watching. If we get that break over 295.50, might take a small scalp here. Having a little bit of trouble there, 295.50. Can she just squeeze right through it? Let's see. It'll be over the 160s on the NASDAQ. So this is kind of what I'm talking about when you can see the difference between like the 1 minute chart getting the breakout and the 3 minute chart getting the breakout there. Get this push over 295.50 up to 296s. Let's see. Can it do it right here? Get the breakout. Having a little bit of trouble there. Can she break through 295.50? Getting tight, getting real tight here. Ho, ho, ho. She's getting real tight. Real tight. The SPY trying to squeeze up here. The NASDAQ, will it follow? Bull flagging, baby. Bull flagging here. Got another minute here on this candle. The TT stands for tweezer top, basically saying that those two candles are like right there, same high, not being able to push through that resistance there. Tweezer top. It's a candle pattern, I guess. But if this candle pushes up, obviously it won't be a tweezer top. The SPY looking like it wants to just boost here over the 389s, 390 level. Let's see. She's trying to go here. Trying to go. And getting some denial here. Getting some denial there right now. The 29.50 at the 295.50 level here. Really tight though. Really tight on the 1 minute chart. Looking real tight right now. The SPY getting real tight here. Yeah, I mean the tweeter top basically saying that, like, you can see the high on that candle was 295.45, 295.44 and 295.45. So basically both of those candles got closed at that same exact price. So now the question is, do we break kind of this trend here like we're doing right now? We'll see what this candle closes at. And we get a pullback down there, 293, 294 level. The indicator, it's just called all patterns. If you go just search, go on indicators, and you go candlestick patterns, it'll just go all candlestick patterns. All right, so the market having trouble there, looking like she wants to break down here. Let's see. You got that level there, the low 294.85. Testing it, testing it. I think if we break below 12,120 on the NASDAQ, definitely be a bearish sign. And we get that pullback down to the 12,080s. See if we can continue lower here. Bouncing off that 120 level that was kind of bouncing earlier on the NASDAQ. Oh, crazy looking candle there. Market bouncing here at the 120, the 12,120 you can see on the NASDAQ right now. Trying to hold that 12,120 level. Bouncing around there. Like to see this Qs get down there to the 293s. Like to see it. Market tried to go red to green here, but having trouble not going. Ruh-roh. And losing that 120 support right now, so. It's early here in Hawaii right now. Early morning. If you guys are just now tuning in for the first time ever, you never watch my streams. I live in Hawaii, so I wake up at 3 a.m. every morning for the market open at 3:30. The market opens at 3:30 here in Hawaii, and it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Some days I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to do it. And then I think to myself, all right, let's go. I do it. Get it done. Get it done. Steven's also in Hawaii. He knows. Thank you, Ganache. Let's go. Why don't you just move to New York? Sounds like a terrible idea. Do I want to live in paradise in Hawaii or live in a shithole New York? I don't know. I do like New York City. I do. I'm not hating on it, but I couldn't live there. I could definitely not live in New York. Full time, at least. I could do like a, you know, maybe like a month in New York. But living there full time I'd go nuts. Too many people. Too much shit going. It's just too much. Hawaii. You know, I got, what am I going to say? Hawaii or New York? You know, Why did you move from Florida? I grew up in Florida, lived in Florida my whole life, so thought would be fun to go live in Hawaii for a little bit. Why not? You know, life's short, YOLO. I think probably at some point in my future I'll probably end up back in Florida, long term. But right now Hawaii's pretty good. Stephen Kalasian. I got nothing against the guy. Yeah, no, I mean, he definitely has his way of doing things. So, would I go back and trade with him? I mean, yeah. Not that I wouldn't. I just don't really have any reason to. Puerto Rico. Oh, I don't know. Puerto Rico. I've been to Puerto Rico a few times, and Puerto Rico is just a little. It's like the Wild Wild West still over there. All right, so the market trying to hold this 12,120 level. This is looking for a possible reversal here off this level. Let's see. Get back above the 12,140. We got a new subscriber. Who do we got? Nathan L. Ford. Let's go. Big time, boys. Let's go. So the market trying to push back up here off this level, that 12,120 level. The SPY also trying to push back up. Let's see if this is going to be the reversal now. Get back above 295 here. And try to push up. You can see on the NASDAQ trying to on the Qs trying to push up here. Can she push it? Push it real good. Over 295 would be my first target. There we go, up to over 295 now. Starting to curl back up here. This is looking good for a curl. There's the push up above 295 now. Beautiful. Let's see what happens when we get the 295.50 level. 295.50 level we're watching. Market curling up here quick. She wants to go, she said. Can she keep it going? Momentum above 295.50 here. Get that squeeze going. Look for a push over 295.50 here for a target. Beautiful. Looking for more. Looking for more, baby. 295.50s. Looking for that break. Currently long on the M and Q. Looking for this to push up here. Get above that 295.50s on the Qs. Push above the 160s on the NASDAQ here. Got 2 contracts. Oh, little denial there. I'm going to jump out. Getting denied at that level there pretty quickly. Oh. We'll give it a little bit more time. Didn't want that trade to go red to green on me, or green to red. So now we just look to see if we get a better breakout here. We'll see where this 3-minute candle close is at. There's that push. Up there at 295. Trying to push through that level. Can she get it? Push over 295.50. I think we go 296 pretty quickly. All right, so pushing above that resistance now. Can we push 296s on the Qs here? Up to the 64s now on the NASDAQ. The SPY needs to get going here. Looking for a push up to the 296s. $295.50, having trouble there. Just not wanting to go. Can she push? Oh. Some volatility, boys. Getting some volatility here. Look at that push back. I think we're going to squeeze up here. Come on. That last candle, that hammer, trying to squeeze up. Definitely a battle going on right now. Definitely a battle here at this level. The bears, the bulls battling. Trying to squeeze. Trying to squeeze, getting so tight right now for a squeeze. So tight. And up. Having trouble there. Another pullback coming. Oh, man. This thing can just get going. Okay, if it just gets going here. The SPY having trouble there as well. The 390 level on the SPY. So get these levels to break. All right, we got 131 people watching. We got 91 likes. Let's break through 100 likes, people. Let's go. Rocket ship, come on. Let's blow up that like button. Can the market squeeze here? Definitely looking like she wants to squeeze. 296s, come on. Momentum pushing up here. Let's get that push up 296, 390 on the SPY. And there we go. Looking for a push 296s. And 390s on the SPY now. 296, over 296 on the NASDAQ. Currently long right now on the MNQ. Looking for a push up here. Up above the 80s now. We're up to 84 as the high. Let's see what happens if we get a little bit more push. A little bit more push to the 90s maybe. Up to the 85s, 85s. There we go, 85s, getting touched again there. I want to see a blow through here. Is it going to go? 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 I'm going to try to lock it in there. Get it locked in at the 82s. Just to lock it down. Lock down that profit, boys. There it goes, 86s. God damn it. There's that squeeze, like we said, just like we wanted. From that 295.50 area, breaking through there up to 296s now. The SPY above 390s. Oh, I'm selling. I'm not selling too early. Look at it right now. I mean, I took profit at the 82s. And now we're back to the 80s. So I'll take it. So for that trade, I was looking at the 1 minute chart here, watching this candles. We had that push off of this level, that 120 level. We broke that push. And then if you see here on the NASDAQ over here, that 295 level right there, we got that push off that 295 level. That's when I was like, oh, that's a crazy candle. We got that push right there, and then I was just basically like, oh, okay, I think we're going to squeeze up here. And I could basically risk off 295. And, yeah, entering there for that push up there, 296s. Sometimes it's like it's hard to explain kind of exactly, I guess, what the indicator was that made me want to get in there. But I think, you know, for me personally, it just ends up being price action. Like I've been sitting here since 2017 now, watching candles, looking at candles, trading, and starting to see things like this. So I think this right here, you have that big lower wick there. On that candle, I don't think you can see it, but it had that big lower wick there. And that was, you know, pretty much telling me that there's buyers pushing that back off that 295 level. And we held that from ding, 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 ding. So also on the 15-minute chart as well, we've got some good action here. 15-minute chart. That last 15-minute candle just squeezing up there. Squeezing on that 15-minute candle. So overall, I mean, like we talked about the other day in my Discord. If you guys haven't checked out the Discord, there's a free link somewhere around here. But like the big thing for me sometimes is just making sure that I'm on the right side of the trade, right? Sometimes I think people, like, they're always looking for tops or looking for bottoms. They're trying to short. They're trying to get long. Trying to fight the trend. But the trend is your friend. And especially seeing that 15-minute candle, that big old push up there to that level, that resistance, and then breaking through that. You know, all I'm thinking is I'm staying long. I'm staying long. You know, I'm looking for long opportunities. I'm not looking to get short when the market's showing that strength. So right now, the market getting back to green on the day. The SPY, the NASDAQ, the Qs, green on the day right now. Why do I trade futures over trading the Qs or the TQQ? Whoa, well, leverage is a big thing. You get a lot more leverage. There's also no PDT rules. There's better taxes. You get, I mean, there's a lot. I think there's a lot of really, I would say, better opportunities. The liquidities, I think it's easier just in general, liquidity wise. Yeah. There's a lot of benefits to trading the actual futures on the NQ, on the NASDAQ, over trading the ETFs. But the reason that I'm kind of focused on the ETFs when I'm trading is I like to kind of get an idea overall. Like I like to look at the SPY, I like to look at the Qs, and then I'm also obviously looking at the NASDAQ. I've got, you know, multiple charts pulled up here, like right next to this. You know, I've got the NASDAQ chart pulled up here. I've got everything pulled up. So The Qs are nice because I think it's nice because for me personally, like I get the levels a little bit better, and I'm kind of like seeing what's going on. And then also I trade options as well. So sometimes like I'll trade some day, 0-day options, things like that, based on the Qs in the SPY, obviously. Oh, if you're trading the TQQ and you're trading the SQQ, you'll love futures. Futures is way simpler. You can start out micro contracts. You start out, you're not averaging down. Same thing as like the ETFs, but I would definitely, if you've never traded futures, I would definitely check out futures. A lot of people think that it's like this crazy, scary thing, but it's really not. They have the nanos now as well, but I mean the micros are pretty cheap. And you can start out with a small amount of money. You can start out with $500, $600 trading futures, trading one contract. I mean, if you make $50 a day with a $500 account, that's pretty good. I mean, you're doing pretty damn good. So, something to think about. All right, so right now the market pushing up to that level. We're going into lunchtime now, 11 o'clock. So we might get some sideways action here. Still, I think again, that best move of the day. I mean, again, like I gotta start focusing more on this setups. Is like on these VWAP setups, just basically buying, getting long off the VWAP there and just letting it ride, right? Like literally I can get long here, set my stop below the VWAP, and then just let it go. And look at that move. I mean, from the 292s up to 296. I mean, on the actual future contracts, that's over 100 handles since he touched that VWAP. That's pretty freaking good. If you look here, why is this? Let's get rid of this one. Let's go. So if we go here, like look at the NASDAQ futures this morning. Come on, let's load up. Look at it this morning. I mean, that was like right there, touching the VWAP, 1020. And then look at that afterwards. I mean, it's just been up, up, up. So you're basically from the 40s, from 12,040, now up there to 12,180 off of just that VWAP setup there. So I always tell myself, like, I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna buy the VWAP and I'm gonna let it ride. And then I never end up doing it. I need to start next week. Next week, that's gonna be my goal. Next week, we're gonna do it. We can buy, I could buy maybe 5 contracts, take a little bit of profit as the move happens. I have data, Steven. I got the pro, baby. I'm pro. I think it's like $4 a month for the data for futures on TradingView. So, yeah, I mean, fuck. Like I said, that VWAP, man. That was the move of the day. I mean, the same thing. That was the same setup as yesterday. If you look at yesterday. Where's that move yesterday? This is the 1-minute chart. Get off the 1-minute chart, you idiot. So yesterday we had that same exact setup basically. Well, the VWAP's not going to show up there, but you get what I'm putting down. You know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, look at that. That was the setup right there, boys. Getting long there. Not a bad move. What's the best place to learn how to trade futures? My YouTube channel, duh. Come on. I got a million videos on my YouTube talking about futures, so check it out. Market trying to push back up here again. 296s on the Qs. The SPY trying to push 390s. Let's see. We get a little squeeze up. A Rooney little squeeze up to the 296.50s. I can see a 12,200 level on the NASDAQ if we're going to do it. We got a new subscriber. Welcome. Looking for a 296.50 here. Currently long on the M and Q. See if we get a push up here to the 90s or higher. Can we get it? Up to the 89s now. Can we get 90s? Can we get 90s? Look at all the new subscribers coming in. Let's go. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Let's blow it up. Up to the 90s now. See if we get this pop over the 90s here. Up to 91. 96.50 coming. Should be one more little pop here. One more little pop. I'm going to put an order there. Oh, right at the 94s. See if I get filled. I don't think I'm going to get filled there. Got filled. Okay, we're filled. I have an order out there still. Careful. One thing I will tell you, if you're trading futures, let me give you guys a little, I'm going to give you one tip, a huge tip for you guys. Make sure, if you're trading futures, that you're always looking at your working orders. Never leave, you know, sometimes like stop orders or like entries, sometimes, you know, orders get left open. And if you don't leave, if you don't make sure like every day when I'm done trading, I make sure there's no orders open. You know, I press cancel all, make sure all my orders are closed out. Because remember, you know, sometimes the market moves down overnight. And then if you have an order open that you forgot about, you can end up just literally losing a ton of money that way. And I've done that. I've literally blown up my account. I didn't blow it up. I think I lost like $1,000 because I ended up leaving a position open that I totally forgot about. It wasn't even that I forgot about it. I just, you know, the market's moving so much. So let's say like you had an order open, you know, down at the 11,970 level, and then the market moves down there at nighttime. You just got to be careful. Just make sure you're always kind of keeping an eye on making sure you have no orders open. All right. Little tip for you guys. I'm dropping knowledge bombs, baby. Knowledge bombs. Every day out here. Let's go. So we had a high so far. Pushed up to a high there. 95. So I would have got filled there at the 94. I just don't want to leave that order there. But that was 10 handles on that move. We're just cruising right now. Going into lunchtime. It's 11:30 here on Eastern, 5:30 here in Hawaii. That's pretty funny. I saw, oh, there she goes up to the 12,200 now. What time do I eat breakfast? I don't eat breakfast. Come on, Mike. Eating breakfast. What does this look like? There's that squeeze now. Wow. There she goes again, squeezing up there above 12,200. Up to the 297s almost on the Qs now. All right, all right. The SPY also pushing up there above 390 right now. In terms of resistance, what do we got coming up here? Let's look. Let's look at the resistance here. We're pushing 295 was that resistance there. Is there a gap in the chart here? Kind of a gap in the chart over 295 up to the 299s, I believe. Yeah, there's a gap in the chart here from the 295s up to 299, 300 level. There's a gap in the chart there, so that's yeah, I mean, we're pretty much pushing through that resistance. We got a big old gap in the chart. There's not much going on in terms of resistance. As crazy as it sounds, there's a possibility that this thing just keeps going higher and higher. I mean, we're only up 0.5% on the day. Not even 1% yet, so still lots of room to run. Lots of room to run here. Just looking for a little bit better of a pullback. I would say we're definitely looking a little overextended right now. I'm looking just a little overextended. I thought this was interesting as well. So we didn't get that full pullback here to the VWAP, but we did touch down to that kind of deviation level where those dots were. And that was kind of like right in line where that previous, maybe sort of like right there. But we did kind of touch down like right there, ding, 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 those dots. That's the deviation between the VWAP. And then obviously the more the market pulls away from the VWAP, this deviation gets a little bit wider and wider. So something to think about in the future when we see that. If we see this, you know, holding that level on the deviation line, dots, deviation dots, 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 dots. Same thing for the SPY as well. The SPY held the dots there. All right, all right. Something to put that in your brain cap, in your cap. The deviation dots. It's with the VWAP on TradingView. I think I can like share my indicators. Can I share my indicators? Right? Isn't there a way to do that? How do I share my indicators? Profile, unnamed, autosave, sharing on, make a copy. Make a copy? No. I'm gonna rename it Patrick's VWAP Madness. So I don't know where. How do I share it though? I think maybe you can see my profile. How does that work? Scripts, follower settings, not there. Ideas, add status, filter. I don't know. I gotta figure that out. There's gotta be. I think there's a way that I can share my my settings. I thought top left corner of chart. Okay, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Top left corner. Sharing. It's on. Yeah. Everyone with the link can view and copy. But where do I get the link from? I don't understand. Where's the? I don't like. Where do I get the link from? Sharing. Everyone with the link can view and copy. It says, but I don't understand where I get the link from. Okay. Interesting. Looking like we might make another leg up here. Make one more leg up here. Market continuing just to squeeze. It's Fresh Cash Friday, Squeeze Friday. Up above the 297s. Trying to push. The SPY looking pretty pushy as well. Would really like to get more of a pullback here, though. So haven't had like a really good pullback yet. Just been tight here. So I don't have. I'm using the desktop app. There's no URL. I'm not using a browser for TradingView. They have a new desktop app, so there's no URLs. Or maybe like this. Oh, let me see. Copy link. Try that. Can you try that and pull it up? How's it look? Just put the link in the chat box. So yeah, there if you view only mode. I don't. I did everything. I did everything right. All right, so the market just kind of having trouble now squeezing up here. It is going into lunchtime, 11:36 now, so let's be patient. Let's wait for something that looks good, you know? Let's look for some good. All right, so right now we're just kind of sitting back here. We're being patient. We're waiting. We're watching. Let's see what happens here. Definitely not in any type of rush. Did I fall asleep for a minute? Nah, I'm awake. I'm awake. All right, so getting a little bit more of a pullback. I would love to see. Let's at least touch down here to this level here, like into this area for consolidation. I think that would set us up for a nice move higher later on today. Problem is sometimes you just don't get the pullback that you want, you know? Sometimes you're like, I want the pullback, but I don't get it. Don't always get the exact pullback that you're looking for. That's why we got to be strict. We got to be patient. Yes, sir. New subscriber. Let's go. Dave Smith, welcome to the channel. If you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, you know what to do. Pop it off, baby. Pop it. Let's go. How to change the time frame on TradingView? Up top in the top bar, no? All right, so I think the SPY wants to pull back here. Let's see. Can we get that pullback here? That tweezer top once again identifying a kind of a top there on the now on the Qs here. That's the second time. Look at that. Second time we had a tweezer top earlier and then another one here. And after those moves, we got what do we get? After each of those moves, let's say we got about a 0.35% move down. And so maybe another move down here. 295.80 area. Tweezer top. It's a pretty good sell indicator today. Pretty good sell indicator. If you were looking for a sell indicator, that candle pattern alert thingy majiggy right there looks pretty spot on. Pretty spot on, boys. Music's going hard right now, boys. Freaking hard in the paint. All right, so watching to see what happens here at this level. That 296 level on the Qs. Do we find support there? That's putting us pretty much right in line. The SPY finding some support there. 389, 390 level. That was that key level earlier that we broke through. So I think if the SPY can hold that 390 level, we might start kind of pushing back up here. Let's see. Got about another minute here till the 3-minute candle close for the SPY. And if we I still would like to see a little bit deeper of a pullback. Go a little deeper in the pullback here for the end of day rally. The end of day rally, baby. Do 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 do. See if the Nasdaq's going to find some support here at the 12,180 level. That was resistance earlier. Now I'll see if we can turn it into support. Want to turn that resistance into support here. Oh. Turn that resistance into support. Engulfing candle right there. I hate the middle of the day here. I'm kind of feeling like sometimes just better to walk away than to sit here all day. But I'm going to hang out for a little bit longer. I think there's still a good possibility of another pushback up here, another push up at least. If we can find some support, start to consolidate here, this level. SPY is starting to look like it's reversing here, where the SPY is actually pushing off of that standard the deviation. Standard deviation there on the VWAP on the SPY right now. So we've almost touched down to that dotted line here as well on the Qs. Let's see. That'll be the 160 area on the Nasdaq. 160 level. 12,160. The 150s. Down to the 150s now on the NASDAQ. Maybe the SPY wants to pull back to the VWAP. Do we get a pullback all the way to the VWAP here? The SPY is getting a little closer to the VWAP. The NASDAQ's kind of holding that dotted line right here. We'll see if we can find some support here. Good to see some movements here. Movements. We're getting some movements. Getting some movements here. Can we push back up? Kind of watching to see where we close at here. This 3-minute candle. Again, there's not really any reason to get long until we basically get a close above, I'd say, 296. Kind of the same setup that we had earlier. No point in chasing, trying to buy a falling knife. If you guys want to learn about the platform that I'm using for trading futures, there's a link right there in the chat box, the IronBeam app. It's pretty cool. It works on pretty much on your desktop, on your laptop, on your mobile phone. And the cool thing about it is that it's cloud-based. So basically every chart that you pull up, you know, on your phone, on your laptop, or wherever, however you're trading, you don't need to download anything. It's all there on the cloud. On the cloud. We live in a world now where there's information in the clouds. In the clouds. Cloud information. Little pushback off of that. Oh. No. No. How awkward, playing ads during my live stream. All right, so we're trying to push back up here. Watching the Qs now. The SPY pulling back. The Qs pulling back here. Nice little pullback here. This is kind of what we were looking for. Now let's see if we can start to push up here again. Get back above 296. And then look for a long opportunity. The SPY trying to push up here. Can she break out? All right, so we're just sitting back here waiting, watching. We're watching, we're waiting. See if this is going to be the reversal here. Back above 296 on the Qs now. Got 30 seconds left here on this candle. Trying to push it. Trying to push it up here. Can she do it? Oh, 296s. Can she push? Having trouble there at the trend line right now. Trying to push through there, not getting through it. Little consolidation. Let's see, can we get through it? I can see a close above that trend line there for a long opportunity. Get a push up at the 296s here on the Qs. She's trying to go. See if we get this reversal here. All right, so trying to push up there. 296s now. Let's see what happens. 296 level. All right, all right. 296 is trying to push up. Currently long on the M and Q here. Looking for this to push up over the 180s. That'll be that 296 level we were talking about. Looking good so far. Let me see a push over the 180s here. And there we go, up to the 80s now. 79, 79, 80s, 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 80s. And getting filled there at the 80s. It's Fresh Cash Friday. It's raining cash. Wee! 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 You gotta love it. Fun times, good times. The 15-minute chart right now looking super bullish on the Qs right on the NASDAQ here. So take a look at this. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. 15-minute chart here. Looks pretty bullish. Again, guess what we did? We bounced off of that VWAP dot right there. Did we not? Did we touch it? We touched it perfectly. Literally on the dot. On the dot. We touched the dot. Who would have thought? So nice little pullback there. Nice work, nice work. Market trying to push back up here. We're getting that trend to reverse here. Same thing, like I said from earlier, we had this trend line formed there. And guess what? We got the push back above it. And now you could basically stay long. As long as these 3-minute candles just kind of watching the lows there. It is almost noon, so we're heading into that kind of middle of the day, slower action. We'll see how this works out. But there's that push up Above the 296 now. Talked about this move before it happened. That's exactly what we were looking for. Locking in the profit. It is normally for me on Fridays, I'm like, if I can lock in profit $50, $30 here and there, just ding 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 ding, I'll take it. I'm not too worried about like having to have a huge green day or things like that. Especially on a Friday. I like to kind of just take it easy on a Friday. Because I'll tell you right now, like there is literally, like it's story time. You ready for this? There is nothing worse than having a big red day on Friday. Like there's nothing worse. I mean, there's some things in life that are worse, but like having a big old red day on a Friday is probably one of the worst things for trading, because you're just like, it's just so defeating. And then you got to spend the whole weekend and you're like, oh, waiting for Monday. You're like, all right, this sucks, but whatever. You got to wait for Monday for the next opportunity. So for me, Friday is always that day where I'm just like, all right, look, I'm up a few $100s, make the money. I'm happy. I don't need to go and do anything crazy. Definitely don't need to go and get crazy on a Friday. On a Friday. Don't get crazy on a Friday, people. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so the SPY pushing up now above 296. Again, kind of pushing off of that VWAP, the deviation line there. The SPY trying to push back above 390 here. Let's see what happens. We get a push above 390 on the SPY. I think we go 392 on the SPY today, if we can just get going above that 390 level again. It might take some time. Like I said, it's the middle of the day now. We're going into the middle of the day here. So be a little bit more patient. Wait for the right setups. We'll see what happens. That 390 area right now giving the SPY a little bit of trouble. Little small pullback there. I like to see the SPY push above 390. Show some strength. All right, let's stay focused here. I think there's still one more good setup to come today. Let's see. Right now, we are making kind of a lower high here, though. Want to be careful. Making a lower high here on the Qs, on the NASDAQ, and on the SPY. The SPY having trouble getting above that 390 level, so got to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. I think we might, I don't want to say it, but there's a possibility that we might kind of retest that 389 level on the SPY here. And the Qs could retest the 295 level. The way it's looking right now, kind of rounding out here. Kind of getting this rounding. We think we got to do, we make it possibly do this. Still got a minute left here on this candle, so let's see where this candle closes at. Right now, the bears, the bulls battling. Pretty much a doji candle right now in the last 2 minutes. Head and shoulders forming. Ruh-roh. Yeah, it's never a good sign when you get like a higher, lower high like that, I would say. Got to be careful. Obviously, you want to identify, oh, hey, look, there's a lower high there. We just weren't able to push back up on that last little push up. So got to think about that. Market doesn't know exactly which way it wants to go. If the SPY can hold 389 and the NASDAQ can hold, the Qs can hold the 295, we might be okay for the bull case, but this could cause issues here. Definitely got the look of selling coming through here. If we break this, basically if we break this trend here, I mean, we're kind of almost breaking it right now. We want to hold that trend there. You can see almost that left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder here. So if we can't hold, I would say we go down, down, down. So let's see what happens here. Bouncing right now off that trend line. We'll see where the SPY closes at and where the Qs want to close at here on this 3-minute candle. Looking like trouble here. The SPY at the 389s. Do we reverse? We got to hold a 295.50 level on the Qs. Or we're going downtown, baby. Going downtown. That's where the fun is. Interesting, too, how we just gave up. The market pretty much like gave up that last. We recovered a lot of that action here on that last candle, on that pullback, but the market just gave that back pretty quickly on that sell down. So, bit of a bull trap there. And now we're selling. Looks like we're going to break through that trend line there. The SPY having trouble there at the 390s, not being able to hold it. So sellers coming in strong now. SPY trying to hold that 389 level here. SPY's holding 389. The Q's holding that 295 level for a little retest of that trend. And not wanting to break through there, so. I don't know. I think if the SPY can hold that 389 level, we're going to push back up here. Could be a bear trap. $389 on the SPY. Needs to hold here. Or we're going low, low, lower. RSI is below 50. The SPY is being stubborn right now at that 389 level. If it could just wash through there, this thing's gonna get cracked. Gonna get cracked. Gonna get crack here. Like to see a break below the 140s. Currently short on the M and Q. Looking for a break below the 140s here. There we go, down to the 37s. Beautiful. 38s. Getting a little cover down there. Put another order out there, see if I get filled. 38s again. Got one more contract. See if we can get a little bit lower, down to the low 30s here. For this to continue short, short, short. I'm going to take it right there at 37s. Too much bouncing. Too much bouncing. Too much bouncing there. There's that little bounce back up, so took profit. I feel like I took profit at a good time there. Am I in for the MOAS? No. What's AMC even at today? AMC's up 4% today. Those option sellers are going to be killing it. Selling those call options. All right, so we're just sitting back here looking to see, get a little bounce off this level here. Start to push back up. That 389 level on the SPY, still being stubborn, not wanting to sell, like getting that you said it's going to go down to 15 and then boom. I mean, AMC went to 15. It went a lot lower than 15. It went a lot lower than 15. All right, so we're sitting back here. We're waiting to watch it. I don't like this stock at all. What does that even know? AMC will go bankrupt. I don't care what any ape says. All these apes are like, we're gonna save the business. And no one's trying to save the AMC business. They're all just trying to get rich. And then it's like, it's not, AMC is not a fundamental play. It's the squeeze. Yeah. No, I've heard it all. I've literally heard every single stupid reasoning to why people want to buy AMC. All right, so we're sitting back here. We're waiting. We're watching. We're looking for opportunity. They didn't save it. AMC is still going to go bankrupt. They're not making money. They lose money every quarter. I guess maybe they'll do some more offerings in the future. $25 to $35 fair value? No. That's insanity. There is nothing fair value about AMC. The only fair value for AMC is zero. The company does not make money. The company has billions in debt. There's no you don't have fair value on billions in debt. They won't be able to pay the interest alone. The whole entire AMC pump was nothing but a big pump and dump scam to get people to buy shares so they could offer. They did offerings. Did huge offerings. Sold all the shares to the shareholders and then paid the executives. The CEO got a $5 million bonus for doing nothing. Congratulations, AMC apes. You guys really killed it. Did a great job of making sure that the CEO of AMC made a $5 million bonus. I do love the whole theory about, like, everyone's like, oh, I don't care what the price of AMC is. I'll just keep buying forever. I'm like, uh-huh. So, it's okay. Actually, the apology video wasn't really an apology about the stock. It was an apology to how, for me, underestimating how, I don't know what a good word is. Underestimating how much the AMC holders don't actually understand math. That's pretty much what it came down to. 1 + 1 = 2. And there are not billions of fake shares out there. The CEO of the company has said literally 5 times. 5 times he posted that they've done 5 share counts, and every single time there's no magical billions of shares short. So watching to see what happens here on the queue, on the in queue right now. Do we continue to sell? I mean, it's looking like definitely looking like a bear flag here. Definitely looking like a bear flag. If we can't hold this 295 level, I think we definitely see 294 pretty quickly. Stair stepping right now. Stair stepping, boys. So breaking down there, breaking down. We're breaking down, boys. Market having trouble here. So we get a move down to the 120s here on the NASDAQ now. $124, looking for a 120s flat. Let's see if we can get 120 flat here. Short from the 31s. 24s, 23s, 22s, and 22, 22, 22s. And getting filled there at 21. There's the 20 touch. Beautiful move. Let's go, boys. It's fucking Fresh Cash Friday. Are you guys not excited? Are you not excited? Let's go, baby. Fresh Cash Fridays. I do love me some making some money on a Friday, baby. There is nothing better than ending the week on a green note. And the best part is like, even if you had, let's say you had like a, you had a red day on Thursday, maybe a red day on Wednesday, a red day on Tuesday, and maybe a red day on Monday. You could have ending the week green. Is just something about it. You're like, hey, I might have lost money every single day this week, but at least I had one green day. And at least it was on. But the funny thing is like, I feel like if I have, let's say I make money Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I have a red day on Friday, all I think about for the weekend is literally, oh my God, I've literally been, I'm red on a Friday. That just ruins everything. There it goes, below the 120s. I probably could have held that a little bit longer on that short there, but it is Friday. Friday night. Down to the VWAP now on the SPY. The SPY, the NASDAQ. The Q's got a little bit further to go here for the VWAP touch. This is what I'm interested in seeing. Do we pull back to the VWAP here, find some support, consolidate, and then get that ramp back up here end of day? Huh. Interesting. Questions. So many questions, so little time, my friends. So many questions, so little time. Oh, new subscriber? Rob Moore, let's go. New subscriber. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, you know what to do. Also, if you want to support the channel, it's $5 a month. You become a channel member. You guys probably spend $5 on a lot worse things. A lot. Oh my gosh, now we're going. Down to the 294s. We're sell right now. Are we going to bounce off the VWAP here? Did something just happen? Did someone just say something? Is there a news event? We're dumping like this? Or are we just breaking support? So why we're dumping? What is happening? What is happening? Big old dump there. Took the dump. Somebody pulled the ejection seat. This market is like, I'm out of here. Going down, down, down. Going down, 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 it said. All right, so right now we're right at that VWAP. We're just literally right at the VWAP now. Do we hold here? The SPY breaking below the VWAP, and the NASDAQ, the Q's right there at the VWAP right now. 294s. Lots of selling coming through here. We were sell, sell, sell. We're back to pretty much where we started the day at. Market open. Well, we got a little bit further to go, but this is where we were at around 10 o'clock this morning. And continuing to sell, sell, sell here. Continuing to sell, sell, sell here. Caron Jones. Let's go, baby. New subscriber, new supporter. Popping it off. Thanks for the support, Caron. I think, sorry, Karen? Is that Karen? Karen? Karen. K-E-R-O-N. Caron Jones. Let's go. All right, so we're selling here now down to the 12,000, almost 80 area. We haven't had a bounce yet. What is happening? Things getting murdered right now. Lots of action coming through here. Lots of action coming through here. Really accelerating through this move right here. Oh. I'm like, I kind of want to get short, but I don't want to short right at the bottom here. I don't know exactly. What do I want to do? I got to wait for a pullback here, I guess, if I'm going to get short. Right now, looking just a little too drastic. Like there's just no buyers. No buyers, they said. All the buyers left. Went to lunch. Now the question is, will the VWAP be the resistance? Good question, Walt. We'll find out here. Little reversal here on the 1 minute chart. That little candle should get a little pop back up here. I see some buyers coming in there pretty heavy. I don't know if that's just shorts covering, but trying to push this back up now for the reversal. See the market moving here, boys. So from the 140s now down there to what, the 70s? So about a 70 handle move there. And like I said, there's that little pushback up. I didn't want to chase it, or I didn't want to try to catch a falling knife there, but that was pretty clear to see that we were a little overextended there at that point. I'm probably going to get a little bounce back. Now the question is, how much do we push up here before selling and continuing? Would love to see a pushback to the VWAP. That would be nice. Get a pushback to the VWAP, get denied there, and then I think we can take another short. Put a target on the SPY, getting down to the 387s with this move here. We push back to the VWAP. Nice little pushback up here. Need some consolidation for a little bit. Give it some time. So getting stuck there at the VWAP now. Do we sell, sell, sell? Gonna find out here. The SPY having trouble there. The Q's having trouble there at the VWAP. The NASDAQ having trouble at the VWAP here. Can she continue lower? Looking selly here. Looking selly. There's that consolidation. I can see a break down from here after this bear flag. Looking for the sell through. Can we get the sell through the 80s here on the NASDAQ? Looking weak on the SPY right now. We should get this to sell. Should be selling through the 80s. Watching the 12,080 area here on the NASDAQ now. I think we can break that and then get lower down to the 60s. So there's that break below the 80s. I took a quick scalp there. I don't know. Fuck. It's Friday. Oh, there it is. Down to the fucking... God damn it. I literally took like a 5-handle scalp there, but... Whatever. Take it. I should have held on to it, Patrick. I got short at the, what did I get short at? Got short at the 81s and covered at 75. There it is, down to the 60s now. Wow. That's painful. Well, it is what it is. It was kind of like, I was watching the 1 minute chart and it was just like, oh, I didn't want to, like, it just looked a little, sometimes, you know, you're like, I wanted that 60 level, but I just was like, this thing is looking a little scary. I don't want to give back any profit. Fresh Cash Friday, baby. If you're green on the day, put your hands in the air like you just don't care. It's Friday. Let's go. Also, if you guys want to check out our Discord, we got a free Discord that's set up now, talking about stocks and all that fun stuff. So check out the Discord. There's a link there in the chat box. It's Fresh Cash Friday. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's making some money. It's currently almost 1 o'clock here in the afternoon on the East Coast and 7 o'clock here in Hawaii. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and just walk away with my profits on the day. You know, why force it, you know? So luckily my Discord, the trading Discord that we have, it's pretty calm. It's not too crazy. It's not like a million people in there just sharing ideas all day. It's mostly everyone focused on the overall market and things like that. So there we go. Another week, another dollar, another day. We're live here on YouTube for the last 3 hours. Woo! So there it is. If you guys haven't already, do me one favor. Hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on. I'm going to finish this up. I got some videos I'm working on to post up on YouTube for the weekend and all that fun stuff. It's Friday. But, yeah. There we go. There we go. Rock and roll, baby. Thank you guys for tuning in and all that fun stuff. I felt like we had some pretty good setups today, some pretty good trades. We had that. I mean, look at the look at that head and shoulders formation playing out perfectly from the 150s down 100 points, 100 handles down to the 12,050 level there. So, congratulations if you were got short on that breakdown there. Congrats. Congrats. And I guess, you know, the big indicator for this move was the lower high. After that lower high there, you basically could have gotten short and just risk. You could risk off that lower high there and you're off the races there. So beautiful move. And there, yep, there it is. Good times, good times. Again, thanks for the support. Thanks for watching the channel and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we'll have some more videos coming out later on today. And I'll talk to you guys later on.